Hi, welcome back to my channel. Let me turn this down. It's a little bright, honey. That's better. Yeah, and snuck away to film this video. And as you can hear, I'm out of breath. And that's kind of reason number one of 101 reasons why I will not be wearing makeup to deliver a baby, okay? For starters, I go through about 45 Blistex cases a damn week, okay? Every time I get pregnant, my lips are like ridiculously dry, And quite frankly, I'm not here for it at all. It's ghetto, it doesn't feel right, it's annoying. And you know, most days I don't even wear makeup because it's an inconvenience to my life. But there's so many reasons to not wear makeup during delivery, especially now, like during COVID. And I'm missing a nail, but I took it off, so it didn't break, but I took it off for various reasons. I guess we can kind of classify this as a rant because like I always see these pictures of first-time moms looking cute for delivery, but even with my first delivery, I did not wear makeup. I was like, what? No, thank you. I'll go au naturel. I packed makeup because I thought maybe, you know, but like in between having contractions, which don't ever in your life think that your period cramps prepare you for contractions or giving birth. It's not true. It's a myth. It's a lie. It's a folk tale. It's fake news. What was I saying? Reason number two is, oh yeah, I packed makeup on my first merry-go-round to the birthing center called the hospital 3 years ago. And I never touched it, not once. So by the time I was having my second baby, I was like, yeah, I'm not even gonna fool with this. So in that video where I talk about my labor and delivery, you see that somebody was making fun of me for grabbing eyelashes because I figured, okay, if I'm not gonna wear makeup, I would at least wear eyelashes. Nope. Did not wear eyelashes. Did not have time to put them on for various reasons. Honestly, wearing makeup to give birth is real stupid. I don't think people realize how messy giving birth is. Like, it's a messy freaking process. That's why you're not supposed to wear your, you know, your best Chanel shirt to go do delivery. Like, who does that? It doesn't make any sense, you know? Anyway, when you're pregnant, your body is going through a whole lot of hormonal changes. And so technically I should be squirting this whole entire bottle of what's this, primer, orange primer on my entire face because my skin is nowhere near, it's blotchy, it's patchy. I know it probably doesn't look like it on camera right now, but trust and believe my skin tone is all over the place. And that's like one of the primary reasons I don't bother with makeup towards the end of pregnancy because it just never looks right. Like, I'll be contouring my nose and my nose will start to look wide as hell. I'm like, what is happening? Like, no, this is not what I signed up for. But it is what it is. Anything that's dark is going to get darker. Anything that's even is going to become uneven. In a minute, I'm going to show you guys my armpits and you'll see what I mean, because my armpits are never, ever black and out of color. And I mean, like, look like I need to use like lemon under there, like black. Like, it's really dark. My armpits are always even toned with my skin, but ever since I got pregnant, child, it's just dark. Like, and that's not the only place. I'm pretty sure when I apply my foundation, you guys are going to tell me that it's illegal in 5 different countries, okay? Because my normal color would be like, I don't know, I guess like a chai, you know? But whenever I'm pregnant, I always end up having to use my NARS, which is, it's this dark one. Manaus. I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh yeah, no, you know what? Pat McGrath is better comparison. In Pat McGrath, I am medium deep 25. This is my normal shade. And when I'm pregnant, I'm legit committing a crime by doing blackface. Do you see how dark that is compared to my skin? And that's because my neck is very dark in comparison to my face. It's just like these weird areas on my body get really dark, like behind my ears. And then if I put on my normal foundation, I look like I don't know how to do makeup. So I avoid it at all costs. But I don't know how these pregnant people can keep up. Like, I don't know how these pregnant girls really go and beat down their faces to go give birth. You're gonna be throwing up. That's number one. You are going to be potentially pooping yourself. I haven't. Lord, don't make me eat my words. You're going to be in a whole lot of pain. You're gonna be hot. Okay, that's for sure. But like, this is crazy. This is so dark compared to my skin. And I always feel like I'm doing blackface whenever I am putting it on. Like, it's not okay. I feel like I'm blackfishing. Like the girls that are wearing the peanut butter foundation when their skin is porcelain white, you know? It doesn't make any sense. But this is what I have to do in order to get a good look during pregnancy. And quite frankly, it's too much work for me. I'm very lazy. Let's not even factor in that I have to push out a whole baby out of my snatch. But now you want me to beat my face on you want me to look cute? You want me to look cute while I give birth? Like, what? Who does that? Kudos to everybody that does do that. But girl, what is the point? And then to have to wash it off after you just expended all that work pushing out a baby? You want to have to wash your makeup off at the hospital with no counter space? Oh, okay. Not I, said the cow. Like, I gotta get it all in my hairline, because if I don't get it in my hairline, then it's really obvious that this is not my foundation shade. I gotta get it on my ears. Like, I don't ever put this much makeup on or put it in this many places. But when I'm pregnant, and I'm very pregnant, I don't have a choice. I actually snuck away from my children and I'm hiding in my room to record this video. So hopefully they don't come find me. They're hanging out with their auntie right now, playing with these Peppa Pig toys. So they're very distracted, thank the Lord. And when she's ready for me to collect my children, I will go. But that's like reason number 25 that I will not be bothering to put on makeup. I feel like the people that put on makeup before they go to have a baby, like, they must be having C-sections, because one, you don't know when you're gonna go into labor. You just don't know, unless you potentially know. Like, if you get a sweep done, then you kind of know you may go into labor after the sweep, but sometimes the sweep doesn't work, you know? So I don't really get how people know when to do it. And then to pack it on top of packing everything else is mad extra. Like, the first time I really packed so much stuff. Like, it was a lot of stuff that I packed and I didn't need half of it. Second time I went to the hospital, I barely had anything. Literally anything. Especially because they don't really like when you dress the baby at the hospital. They just like the baby to be swaddled in a blanket because they come in to do checks. So the first time I went to the hospital to give birth, I had all these outfits for the baby, and they just kept taking them off of the baby, and I was like, well, what the hell did I pack this for? Why did you waste my time and tell me to bring this, that, and third if I can't even put it on the baby? But you really only need a going home outfit for the baby. Reason number 26, girl, I can't breathe. Plus, with COVID, I'll be having to wear a mask, and if they think that I'm gonna be wearing a mask while I am pushing out a human being, they got another thing coming. They're gonna have to fight me. They're gonna have to freaking fight me, because I'm not doing it. I can't even breathe when I go to freaking Costco. You guys want me to wear a mask? Really? A mask? When I'm pushing out a human? Are you dumb? I'm like, the audacity of these people, it doesn't even make sense. On top of the fact that I can't even have a support person with me until I'm fully like checked into the hospital. Like, these rules are absolutely ridiculous. I get it, it's protocol, but like, who has time? Like, say I'm like 5 centimeters, but they don't have a room for me yet because I'm getting a private room. I'm supposed to sit there and be having my contractions alone. No support person. That's very ghetto. And I'm like, if they can come up afterward, I don't really get why they can't just come up, you know, when I go up to triage. There's a lot of things I don't understand, but I will get clarity at my next OB appointment because I have so many questions I need to ask and get answers to. Reason number 20 freaking 8. If I should decide to go as natural as possible, but I then decide, you know what, I'm gonna take some laughing gas because this is too much. I hate the laughing gas, by the way. It's trash. It's trash, and every time I take it I end up throwing up a bit. It's too much, and it doesn't really work. It like takes the edge off, but it doesn't like do anything. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I know I just said it takes the edge off, but like, not really. It's nothing like the epidural, honey, and it's nothing like that morphine, honey. Ooh, when I was pregnant the first time and they shot me in the booty with the morphine, I said, oh, this is why the crackheads are getting high, huh? And the heroin addicts, this is why they're doing it. It puts you real at ease, that morphine, but you can't get it with the second pregnancy, so I know you can't get it with the third pregnancy. And that's because the baby comes out faster, right? So because the baby comes out faster, if you get it and then the baby comes out super fast, the baby's going to be sleepy. I think they say sleepy, but I think they mean high as hell. So no morphine for me. So if I'm gonna soldier it out, which I am actually still undecided about, like, girl and child, boo. I don't know if I am going to get epidural or go natural. I'm like leaving it in God's hands, honestly, because the first time I had to go natural, it was very traumatic. But since I've done it before, I'm kind of like contemplating, and that's how I kind of know that there's a chemical imbalance after you give birth, because anybody that has gone natural knows the pain that it was. And I don't know why people say you forget it, because I didn't forget that. But what the hell in me is making me think, oh yeah, I can do that again. Like, what? Why would I ever think that? Why am I sitting here contemplating, should I just go natural? So I'm trying to figure out why my brain is like toggling between going natural and getting epidural. Because everybody that I talk to, I recommend epidural. I'm like, are you first time mom? Get the epidural. Like, that's, I feel like once you get it the first time, you recommend it because it's like, it makes the birthing process so easy. But there's been so many moms that tell me like, oh, their epidural ran out by the time, it's because you got too early, sis. You should have waited till you was damn 7-8 centimeters to get it. I was about 7.5, 8 centimeters when I got it because the doctor took long to come in the room. And so he was busy. But once I got it, I was okay. Once I got it, I was very happy. But they never told me how to use it. They didn't tell me there was a button that you press to release more. So I'm sitting there and then I start to feel contractions again. And I'm like, can I get some more, please? Like, and the lady's like, oh, they didn't show you how to use it? And I'm like, no, they did not. He gave it to me and went about his business. Did not explain to me that I can get some juices flowing, honey. So I was not happy about that. But yeah, I'm always telling moms to get the epidural. And I feel like, okay, because I got the epidural the first time, it made me like open to pregnancy a second time. I've always wanted a lot of kids, but like it made me open. And then second time I got pregnant and there was all that trauma because I wanted epidural and couldn't get it because my midwife was a freaking idiot. God bless her. So usually I contour with Cocoa Naughty, but because I have to use such a dark foundation shade, I have to contour with Mocha Mommy. Because my midwife was dumb, I ended up not being able to get the epidural, because by the time I got to the hospital I was already 9 centimeters, and then it was like, they didn't tell me, oh, you ain't gonna get it. They made me think it was a possibility that I could still get it. So I'm there holding out, waiting for the anesthesiologist, and he's not showing up. He wasn't even in the building. So, you know, I don't know if he went to Starbucks. I don't know where he was, but he was nowhere to be found. And then I realized I had to like literally like talk to God and coach myself and be like, okay, well, it is what it is. The baby can't stay in there forever, and you pissing on yourself. And that's reason 38, 39, 40, girl, why I would not wear makeup to deliver a baby. It just doesn't make sense. There's no logical explanation or reasoning, sorry, to wear makeup to give birth. So if you're thinking about it, just leave it at that. Just leave it at thinking about it. Because when you actually experience it for the first time, you're gonna be like, why did I do this? It is melting off of my face. And ain't nobody gonna see. So when your baby comes out and your baby looks at you for the first time, you want the baby to see your beat face? Girl, please stop it. I don't know what it is about it, because y'all know I live for makeup, but I just feel like it's so silly. It's like superficial to wear makeup and give birth at the same time. To each their own though. No judgment. This is just a me thing. You do what the hell you want to do. You know, I just wouldn't want... I don't want my baby to come out and look at me and be like, oh wow, she's so pretty. And then I take off my makeup and the baby's crying all night because I don't look the same. Like, no. I would be traumatized. I would be so heartbroken if that happened to me. The baby's like, what? You ain't my mama. That's not who gave birth to me. When I looked at the lady earlier, she was, you know, beat to the gods. And now she looks like a ragamuffin. I'm not going to do that to my child. It's just like when you're dating somebody, you show them without the makeup first, and then when they see you all dressed up, all dolled up, then they're like, oh my God, you know? That's the way to do it. Don't do it the opposite way. Don't make somebody wake up beside you and you're looking completely different than when they went to bed with you. It's problematic. Problematic. I guess it's kind of like when you wear waist trainers to the club and then you have a one-night stand and you take the waist trainer off and it's like a can of biscuits. That is like the equivalent to wearing makeup to give birth. I'm totally talking crap. Wow, I can't believe I got this far without the munchkins coming to find me. They must be really occupied. God bless them. Reason number 50 as to why I refuse to wear makeup to give birth is because one time in high school I had a really bad tummy ache. Like, it was so bad. Like, so bad. But I had access to like a staff washroom. Don't ask. I had access to a staff washroom, so I decided, you know, I can't go relieve myself in like the main bathroom, because if somebody comes in there and they see my shoes, because I had very unique shoes in high school. They were mostly Chuck Taylors, but I would always like go across the border and get like super cool ones that we didn't have here. So I'm like, I'm not about to be in one of these bathrooms if somebody comes in and recognizes my shoes, smells the bathroom, and is like, and it's loud. Okay, because it was like one of those ones, and I was very, very embarrassed about it. So I go to the staff bathroom, and notice I said I had access to it, not that I had permission to use it. It was one of those things where a teacher let me use it one time, and since I knew it was there, I just decided that that would be the bathroom I would go to if I ever needed to go to the bathroom for an emergency purpose. Yeah, so I went to this bathroom to use it and I relieved myself, but then like I was still feeling like, nah, like this stomach ache is like the real deal. Mind you, I didn't go to a school in my district. I went to a farther school because I didn't want to go to my home high school, which is the school that like most of the kids in my class, in my grade 8 class, went to. So because I didn't want to go, I ended up at a further school. I'm gonna say by bus, it took at least 30 minutes in like the warm months. In the winter months, girl, you better be out your house like an hour earlier, because about 10 buses are gonna pass you, not pick you up, and you're gonna be standing on the side looking like Boo Boo the Fool. So anyway, my school was generally far from my house. I ain't got no damn money to take a taxi home. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm gonna have to sign out. I'm gonna have to leave school and go home. So that's exactly what I did. After I used the bathroom at the school, I was like, okay, let me go home. So I go sign out. I hop on the bus and I take my little self home. And only by the grace of God did I make it home right before I actually crapped myself. Like, I literally got home, I put my key in the door, turned it, pushed the door open, and I literally had to run up the freaking stairs. And there was only one bathroom in my house at the time, and it was all the way at the top of the stairs. Never would have made it if it wasn't for the grace of God, okay? Because I almost pooped myself on my front doorstep because the stomach ache was so bad. And like, that really has nothing to do with anything, but that is literally number 50 on why I will not be wearing makeup to give birth. What lip do I want? I don't know why I'm working on a lip when I don't even have my mascara, no lashes, nothing. I feel like when you're giving birth, that's like the one acceptable time that a woman can look her absolute worst, her most dreadful. Am I to not take advantage of this policy? Huh? I have to look good on all these other days of the year. I mean, not since COVID, child. I probably have done my makeup a good 4 times since 2021 started. Matter of fact, I have not purchased makeup in over a year, which is, that's big. That's like major. I don't have any need for it anymore. I spend my money on nail products now. Like, if I want to buy something, it's usually nail products. I'll buy makeup when I run out or running out of something. I don't buy makeup for leisure anymore. I definitely used to. Maybe I should just hit it with a gloss, huh? These are my Metamorphosis lashes. I have a code. I don't remember what it is. So hopefully I remember to put it in the video or in the description box. What was I just saying? What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, well, there's reason number 68. I can't remember anything at any time of the day for any reason at all. I literally have to like take notes, text people, reminders, set stuff in my phone so that I don't forget. Speaking of which, so usually when I go to the OB, receptionist is always the same. But there's this really wicked nurse there. I don't like her. Okay, if you guys remember my first pregnancy, I had gained like a fair amount of weight between one of my appointments and another appointment, between 2 weeks or 1 week. And she was like to me, "You're eating for what, not 2?" And I'm like, I don't eat for 2, because I never have. Like, sometimes when you're pregnant, you just gain the weight. But I never believed in eating for 2. I never even said that out my mouth. Like, who the hell's eating for 2? Do I look like I want to be on 1,000 Pound Sisters? Because I don't. So anyway, I was like, I don't eat for 2. Anyway, she was feisty. She still works there. So obviously with my second pregnancy, I wasn't at the OB. But then with the third pregnancy, I decided I'm going to go back to my same OB because I really like my OB. So I go, and I usually book 1 or 2 appointments at the same time. And so I was booking my last appointment and my appointment before that. And so the receptionist there, she was like, okay, we're going to do February 12th at noon. And then she said, and then on the 22nd, noon again. Okay? Noon. Can you tell me what noon is? Because I believe that it's 12 o'clock p.m. on the dot. Lunchtime. Okay? So I was like, okay, noon it is. See you at noon. Okay. And I actually really liked the receptionist until, well, I'm not going to say until, well, I really liked her, but that same day that she booked those appointments for me, there was an Asian woman and she was booking appointments on those same days because for whatever reason, my doctor had told us to like book for the 12th and the 22nd, and she never ever tells us what days to come in. She just says, okay, I'll see you in 2 weeks. But for whatever reason this time she was saying that. So when the Asian lady was booking her appointments, I was standing in line and I was watching the receptionist, and the receptionist was being really rude to the Asian lady, and I was like, oh my, well, she is pissy. But I had literally just spoke to her when I had arrived, so and she didn't have an attitude, so I was very confused at what was going on. And this lady is big pregnant. Like, you cannot be mean to a pregnant lady. So, well, obviously you can, because, you know, remember last time someone tried to fight me at the fabric land. Anyway, yeah, so she's being rude to this pregnant lady, and I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? So I'm observing, and the lady tells her, oh, the doctor said to come in on the 12th and on the 22nd, and she's like, I'm pretty sure she didn't give you exact dates. And then I was like, oh my. And then she's like, I only have 8 a.m. for that date. 8 a.m. is very early, okay? Pregnant people ain't trying to get up out of bed that early. But she was like, that's fine. Like, the Asian lady didn't have an attitude back. I think she was just taken aback by how rude the receptionist was being. She tells her she only has 8 a.m. appointments. And she's like, okay, that's fine. And so she books the appointments and she goes about her merry way. So then I go in for my appointment and the doctor tells me the same thing. She tells me, you need to come in for the 12th and the 22nd. So I go out and I tell the receptionist the same thing. The doctor says she wants me to come in on the 12th and 22nd. So the receptionist was like, okay, let's do noon for that day and noon for this day. And then in my head I'm thinking, but didn't she just tell the lady that they only have 8 a.m. appointments for that day? So I thought about it. Keep in mind, the receptionist is a francophone, or she's from Quebec. She's a Quebecois, which, you know, the Quebecers channel, I would say out of all the fooleries that happen in Canada, the Quebec people are high on the list of RACISTS, okay? Hopefully I spelled that right. When I thought about it, I was like, oh my gosh, I think she was being mean to the lady. Because she was real chummy with me. When I told her the date, she was like, noon. And I'm like, yeah, noon is good. I thought about it and I said, I think this had to do with COVID, which is so sad. Anyway, moving on, because that was neither here nor there in the story. I just wanted to share that part. The point is, the lady told me noon for both of the appointments. So I go to my appointment for the 12th, and then I go to my appointment for the 22nd. On the 22nd, I actually had my sister bring me to my appointment that day. Craig was unavailable. So I had my sister bring me to the appointment. And if you follow me on Twitter, I was like super disappointed that she was bringing her child with her because she doesn't drive the same when her child or her children are in the car. So I knew I was gonna be late because she wasn't gonna floor it, and I needed her to floor it. Like, I literally tweeted, I said, I need a speed racer and it's giving Miss Daisy. Like, I needed a real stunt man to drive. Where was Safari? Where was he? Yeah? Okay, I'm coming. The fun is over. I'll be back. I knew I was gonna be late. Anyway, I ended up being a little late for my appointment. I'm thinking no big deal because my appointment's for noon and I'm coming in there just after 12, you know, no big deal. I get there and the nurse, not the receptionist wasn't there. Uh-oh. No, wait. No. Mirror. Yes, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? No. You. Snow White. Ah. Mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? No. So I go and the receptionist is not there like she usually is, but the hold on, that is not what you use to do your makeup. Especially not on your nose. You don't want to have powder on your nose, child. Anyway, yeah, so the freaking nurse is like, Belle, do you want some makeup? You want mommy to give you blush? Yeah. Okay, give me 1 second. Where's the blush brush? No. No? Pink.
Pink?
Yeah. It's even though it's bedtime. Let me see your other cheek. Rosy cheeks. Daddy got you started on this, didn't he? On your nose too. My little bell. Yeah, so the nurses like to me. What? I did something wrong? What happened? What happened? What do you want? She's like, quel est votre nom? Okay. And I was like, pardon, because my head was down, I didn't hear her. She's like, what's your name? And I tell her, and then she's like, your appointment was for 11:50. And I'm like, no, my appointment was for noon. She's like, 11:50. And at that point, child, she had to be lucky I'm saved now, honey, because I was good and ready. But the Lord held me back. So I'm like, I know this lady. This same lady that told me 3 years ago, I'm only eating for one, is not over here now telling me that my appointment is for 11:50 when the receptionist told me noon out of her own mouth. Okay, I was so mad. I'm like, the audacity, caucasity, and nerve ball. Like, are you dumb? Anyway, I wasn't about to argue with her. So I just went into the office, and that was actually my fastest appointment ever. Because, you know, usually when you're late to a doctor's appointment, you gotta sit there and wait and wait and wait because they feel like disrespected or something. But this time was very different. Oh, Belle, why did you do this? No, why are you crying? I should be crying, Belle. Why did this is Givenchy, okay? Why did she just bite my sponge? Bellamy, mommy's sad. Reason number, what number were we at? 85, why I will not be wearing makeup to give birth, because I don't have a sponge, okay? I don't have a freaking sponge. Anyway, I was very upset that this lady tried to tell me a lie. I'm like, if my appointment was for 11:50, that woman had no business telling me noon. Okay, what do you want, baby? You want lipstick? No. You want some Blistex? Yeah? Okay, stand up, baby. No more. You don't need more than that. Look, you ain't got the biggest lips in the world. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Stacey Adams? Because you're not. Anyway, is that the lady's name? Hold on, let me Google that. I might be wrong. Stacey.
No.
Adams. No, I'm mad. Why is it showing me shoes? What? Stacey McKenzie. I said Stacey Adams is showing shoes, Jill. I have no sponge now, so obviously I'm not going to do my makeup. You know? Reason number 90 why I won't be doing my makeup is because I have 2 little ones. And yes, I have a lot of help, but I have more than 3 little ones. My house is a zoo. No, you can't have foundation, Belle. It's not even your shade. Oh! No. Okay, I have to bring them to bed. Reason 101 why I will not be wearing makeup to deliver is because it's just an inconvenience to my life.
In my life, a good girl.
You're a good girl? You want some sparkles?
Yes.
Okay, sit, be a good girl. Mommy give you sparkles. Look how veiny my boobs are. Can you see? Is this zoomed in? Oh, there we go. First of all, I can't breathe in general. So, what do I look like wearing makeup? Oh, no ma'am. No ma'am. What do I look like wearing makeup to give birth? I just don't know.
And I'm a mango.
You're a mango? All right, sis. Like, what is this on my, why is makeup on my glasses? Belle, where did you put my alcohol?
Oh,
You're so pretty. Whew. And reason 101 why I will not be wearing makeup to give birth is because suppose I start my makeup and then my water breaks and then I can't finish. Then I only have half a face done. What if I was in the middle of baking? What if I was only, you know, had only put my foundation on and then I don't have any like highlight? And no, that would be even more traumatic than the actual delivery itself. So that is 101 reasons why I will not be wearing makeup to give birth.
Mommy.
I love you all so much, and I'm glad I got to film something, you know, before I go and give birth. I love you all so much. Come out. Can you say bye for me?
Bye.
To the camera.
Bye.
And I will definitely see you in the next one.
Move.
You move. You guys get up out of my room. It's time to go to bed. Oh, Peppa, look.